Well, hello, my name is Stacy and I like old stuff. I haven't done an installment of one of these videos in a long time, so I thought it was about time I do another. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of my antique finds that I got lately. First, I'm going to talk about one of my latest acquisitions called a stereoscope. This These were very popular around 1900. And you look through here, and the material kind of went around the metal part to kind of protect your skin, your eyes, and make it a little more comfortable, but a lot of it has disintegrated. And you hold it like this, and what you do is put one of these stereo photographs in the holder right here. It's a little tricky. Okay. And you put it to your eyes and then you move the picture. Eventually, it gets to the point where it looks three-dimensional. And to really, really appreciate it, you kind of have to relax your eyes a little bit and kind of stare. Not for too long. It doesn't take long to adjust, but when you do, you see a 3D image. And these were all the rage through late 1800s through the early 1900s. Um, and if you are of a certain age, like I am, you may remember the Viewmaster. The Viewmaster was this toy that came with these images on a round reel type thing of slides, and you put the Viewmaster to your eyes, kind of like this, and you saw all these 3D images through your Viewmaster. And they had different themes like travel, landmarks, Disney, things like that. And so this Stereoviewer is the ancestor of the Viewmaster. This is the OG of the Viewmaster. So this is why I like it a lot. And a lot of these stereo photos are meant for use with one of these Stereoviewers. They're pretty common in antique shops. Um, I have seen a lot of these in the antique shops, the photos, but not the viewer itself. They're a little harder to come by. So how I acquired this is I went to a Oddities expo when it came to Philadelphia, and there was a lot of interesting things at this expo. If you have the opportunity to go to an Oddities conference or expo, go for it. They have so many interesting things, odd things, um, antique things you won't find anything else, um, things that might freak you out a little bit, things that have to do with death, antique funeral things, um, insects in jars, kind of morbid curiosity type things. And the people who go there are everything from punk people to goth to steampunk to metalheads to Wiccans, um, tattoo artists, you name it, you see it there. And I walked away feeling very good. People there were really nice. You just felt this relaxation in the air from all these people. And I think it's because people were free to be themselves. They were in a place where they weren't being judged. It was a place where everybody could feel and be odd. And everybody was cool with that. So it was an awesome experience. So I came upon this one booth that had the Stereoviewer plus the photos. And I kind of, the thing with these booths, these vendors, you could kind of haggle with them. So I haggled with him a little bit. And he was kind enough to give it to me for $75 plus these photos. And they are 5 different photos. And they are a series of a little girl doing different things. And of course, I like them because in one of these pictures, she has a cat. So, of course, I liked it. And in another picture, she's with her little brother. And then she's outside playing with her dolls. And she's helping with her chores. And she's got these pretty ruffly dresses on and curly hair. She just looks darling. And these were published in 1900 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Griffith Publishers. So 75 is a great price for one of these things. I've seen them go for over $100 on eBay easily. And that's without the pictures. So I got a good deal there. And it's still pretty fair shape. The glass is intact, it's fine. Like I said, it's a little rough around the edges where you put your eyes, but you're still able to use it. And this part is supposed to come off. You just slide it back on. You have to adjust the picture and bring it closer to you, so until it becomes 3D. And this is just the gripping handle. So I'm really thrilled to have this among my collection. I've wanted one for a while. And I love anything 3D. It just fascinates me. And you could get a lot of these stereo photos. There's still a lot of them around in the antique shops and on eBay and so forth. And recently I bought a religious one of the resurrection. So, and let me show you a close-up of this little girl. It's really cute. See that? Yeah. Yep. See, she's outside with her dolls. And this is the one. This is the one with the cat. Yeah, the cat is in the little carriage there like a baby. And I love the decorations of the house too. So, I'm going to jump ahead quite a few decades to the 1950s. And here is something else I acquired. This is something I got off of eBay. I like old diaries and things like that. And this is kind of a journal diary called This Is Me by Polly Webster. And it was published in 1956. by Lantern Press in New York. And it even comes in a nice box, too, for safety. And it is geared towards preteens, specifically girls and Christian girls, because church and God is mentioned a lot through the book. And it's called This Is Me, My Preteen Years. And it comes with prompts where you write things about yourself. And interspersed are some poems that were contributed by children that were published. I think that's nice. So it starts out explaining, Dear Preteener, and it gives the age and what to expect when you're around that age, starting at age 8. And 8, 9, and 10, 10 going on 11. And at 10, you're beginning to want some privacy, to have a room of your own. You are now able to make plans for more than a day ahead, and you like to gather together information and facts about things which interest you very much. However, boys are better at this than girls are. Really? Just. There are a lot of sexist things in this book, but you have to consider the times. If you are 12, you're just 1 year shy of being a teenager. But in many ways, you still feel as a child. Boys at this age admire those boys who are bold and daring, while your group admires only those girls who are feminine and ladylike and don't try to be different. And so it also goes on to talk about some of the challenges you might find. And if your hair does not please you, you work on it till it does. Or if you are fat, you learn not to eat between meals except for celery or carrot sticks or skim milk. Cue the eating disorder. You look for the answer to your problems instead of worrying about them. You're beginning to know that there are many churches. You love your church, and right now you're certain that it is the best church. It will be many, many years before you learn to know that when you love all people, you have truly learned to love God. Many, many grown-ups never learn this. Ain't that the truth? They believe they can love God with one mind and love human beings with another. But only when they learn to love everyone and to wish everyone joy and happiness will they have learned to love God. Preach. Okay. You're about to enter the mysterious and fascinating world of the adolescent. Love to you, Polly Webster. Interestingly, the person who wrote in this book about her life never gives her first name. This is the first time she starts to write in here. And here it is. is. There we go. So what we know about her is she was born April 2nd, 1946, which would make her 75 years old today if she's still with us. At Doctor's Hospital in New York. I'm 13 years old and I go to St. Mary's School. There is a last name, McClary. That's her father's last name. His name's James McClary. And her mother is Helen Kinsella. And they're from New York, Brooklyn, New York. So what I've learned here is that she is of Irish American ancestry and is Catholic. I went to Catholic school, and her family went on a trip to Washington, D.C., and she liked the Smithsonian the best. And Sister Mary Tarsma, oh, her principal at her, and she could draw pretty well. She drew a picture of her school here. I think this was pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, 13 years old. I think that's pretty good. Okay, and she wrote down her grades here. She got all A's and B's, very smart. Motto was do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Good one. Okay, and every week I receive $1.25 allowance. When I grow up, I want to be a nurse or a model or a mother or an airline stewardess or a teacher, but never a politician, really. If I had $1,000, I would. This is an example of one of those prompts where it gives you a sentence and you have to write an answer. If I had $1,000, keep in mind $1,000 was a ton of money back in the 1950s. Not so much anymore. If I had $1,000, I would supply toys for the orphans in St. Christopher's home. Oh, that's sweet. I'd give 33 1/3 of it to missions, and leftovers would be for my clothes. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay. She likes to eat chicken and hamburgers, carrots. It's got her address in here. 61 Round Hill Road, Roslyn Heights, Moorgate. Interesting. What I'm going to do is try to research her name and their parents' names to see if I can find out whatever happened to her. I'd like to know. Okay. Me and my body. Sometimes I am ill and I have had these sicknesses, and she lists Asian flu, tonsillitis, measles, German measles, chicken pox, scarlet fever. Wow. Thank goodness for vaccines. That's all I can say. She was a Girl Scout, earned several badges. She had pen pals in Canada and in Ohio and in New York. Interesting. Now, not all the pages are filled. There's a lot of blank ones. And she drew a picture of her house. I also think this is pretty darn good. I wonder if she became an artist. Okay. Name of my church is St. Mary's on Round Hill Road in Roslyn Heights. You live on the same street as their church? I guess so. Me and my TV and me. Favorite programs: Maverick, Leave It to Beaver, and Donna Reed. The best TV actresses are Dinah Shore, Donna Reed, and Audrey Meadows. Best three TV actors: James Garner, Tony Dale, and Dave Nelson. Okay, we're gonna forward. So this book is actually 128 pages. The illustrator who makes the best book drawings is Norman Rockwell, she said. Good taste. And she read Lassie Come Home. Let's see. 3 wishes I wish. I wish that I had a new wardrobe. Don't we all? I wish I had a smaller brother or sister. I wish there weren't any exams in school. Pretty common wish. If I had only one wish, I wish that I had a smaller brother or sister. Yeah, from what I read in here, she does have one sibling, a brother, an older brother, and she's the baby. So, a 2-child family, that's small for a Catholic family back in the day. Perhaps her parents, that's all they could have is 2. I don't know. So, and she lists her favorite things here. She likes soccer and baseball and fried chicken and writing letters. And her father, his favorite drink, whiskey. He's Irish, all right. Hobby, fighting. He's Irish, all right. Color of his eyes are gray and his hair is gray. Her mother's favorite hobby is knitting. Okay. Okay. She's had pets: a dog and a cat, bird, squirrel, turtles. Okay. And she likes basketball. Let's see. Okay, so it goes on and on. Some poems, doodling, some games, birthday trivia here. One of my favorite pages in here is page 93. And it's a whole paragraph, not written by her, but by the author of the book, called I Want to Be a Charmer. Some little girls grow up to become businesswomen. Many grow up to become mothers. But very, very few little girls grow up to become charmers. A charmer, first of all, is, first of all, a scrubber upper. A charmer scrubs and scrubs and scrubs. She washes her hair every week and often twice a week. Oh, wow. June Allison washes her hair every day, and once someone asked her if she were not afraid that her hair would fall out. And June Allison replied, people wash their faces every day and their eyebrows do not fall out. Good point, June. A charmer smiles a lot. A charmer always dresses completely before she comes to the table. A charmer does not chatter all the time. A charmer knows that she is more interesting if she is sometimes silent and just listens. A charmer never goes to school with a button hanging. A charmer does not discuss her troubles with everyone. A charmer does not borrow anyone's comb or brush. A charmer always looks neat, feels neat, is neat. A charmer knows that it is a privilege to have been born an American girl, and at all times she is as feminine as possible. I want to grow up to be a charmer. Am I a charmer? Am I a, am I a charmer? Sorry, I had to adjust my light. Then, it goes into the holidays here. It talks about Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you could fill out all this information about what you did Christmas, but these pages are blank. I think she started to get bored with the book at this point. And it ends with her turning 13. Today, I became a real teenager. I received gifts and cards from Mom and Dad, Jim and Kathy, and it lists some other people here too. Grandma McClary. Most of the 8th grade. Oh, that's nice. Started 11:30 a.m. I went over to Sue Hensky's home. I stayed until 5 p.m. When I came home, I had baked potatoes, lamb chops, and corn for dinner. Kathy came over. Tonight, I went to Andy's party till 11 o'clock. Wow, party hardy. Tomorrow's First Friday. First Friday, whatever that was for. I don't know. Okay. And then it has some games you could play, trivia, and you could journal your thoughts and dreams. There's a place to stick photographs in, autographs. People could sign your book if you want. And that's it. So it's a good snapshot of what life was like then for little girls. And I'm really curious to know what happened to Ms. McClary, who was 75 years old this year. I really do hope she's doing well, and I wonder what she grew up to be, if she became a model or stewardess or politician. Oh, she didn't want to be a politician, okay. So, here it is again. I stickied the interesting pages, so there you go. And that's about it. Well, one more thing. One of my latest acquisitions is I went to Cape May, New Jersey for vacation, and I bought this antique photograph in one of the antique shops there. I just want to give a shout out to the store called Out of the Past Antiques on Perry Street in Cape May, New Jersey. It's a tiny, tiny store about the size of a shed, I would say. I don't think it was ever a real building. I think it was a shed at one time because it's small as anything. But it is jam packed with antiques from floor to ceiling. And there's even furniture with drawers. You have to look through the drawers to look at all the stuff that they have. I go there every year when I go to Cape May, and the lady who runs it is very kind, very nice, and we chit chat every time I go. And I hope she's there for many more years to come. It is a real gem there in Cape May. So shout out to Out of the Past Antiques. And I just love this picture of this woman. I just love her stance. It looks like she has an attitude. I love it. And I love her clothes. And this is from a photography studio in Nashville, Tennessee. So she probably had this southern drawl when she spoke. And her name is Nina Ruth Lynch. Her name's on the back. And I wonder whatever became of her. I bet she went places. She just has that look. So maybe I will research her name as well and see if I could come up with anything in Ancestry.com or other sites. And it was only $4. And it's in great shape. So that was a good find as well. So I thank you very much for sticking with me through this whole thing. And I will try to make more videos more often because I still like old stuff. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Stay safe. And please subscribe and share and like. Thank you.